What's going on, everybody? Sorry about that. Windows update hell day. I actually still feel a little latency here. If it's a full green, then it's good. They're reckless. If it's like an 8 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 green, then it's not as good. There's a big difference. If you hold down the show more details button, which is Alt on the PC, it will show you if it's the max or not. What's going on there, Partek? Yeah, if it's a full green, it's good stuff. Sictistic, what up? Let me get a monk ready to go here for a little C3 farming. Of course, I'm in the middle of Ancient Power resets, so let me just spam everything here. Here we go, that will work, and I think I found a good farming relic here the other day. Where is it? There it is. Oh wow, I got no shards in the flame arrows either. There's a deadly strikes. Let's see if I can borrow something out of something. Here's a gilded defense raid. I'll borrow that. I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna upgrade mass destruction though, as just don't think we need it for farming C3. Can you please have a mystic? Well, you do realize I'm not. Man, I tell you, sometimes I wonder why I even bother streaming on Tuesdays. Tuesdays is just brutality for the interwebs. Brutality, I tell you. What's up, Niasi? How you doing? Maybe with like lots of different buffs and everything else in the mix there, Rons, but just by default, no, there's no way. Yeah, Xbox has got some sales going on, indeed. Oh, it's the interwebs, Partek. It's Tuesday. Let's see. It looks like we may be good now. Hopefully, we'll see. Like I said, sometimes I wonder if Tuesday should be an off day for me. Alright, did it even save me setting up that monk? Yeah, it did. Alright. So let's get to farming here. What are we doing? Expeditions, Chaos 3. Looking for some materials, and let's just start at the beginning. The gates. Looking for some materials and some more deadly strike shards. I am on US West. When am I getting on my Xbox? When my Ascension caps are full at 999. So it'll be at least another month. What's up, Spazzy? Can you tell me what happened to the sewers mapping campaign? Maybe it got moved. Maybe it is over on in adventure mode. Campaign is now split. Who we got with us here? We got Billy Bob. Anybody else wanting to join us? I guess we can go ahead and get the map built anyway. Let's see. Not going to take much. The game is still running really bad. It makes me think there's still something Windowsy going in the background. Really low DPS on these flame R's, but that's alright. They'll still get the job done. It's only Chaos 3 with a melee boom Chaos 7 relic on, so we should be good. Oh, were they sewers was straight up removed? Yeah, see, I haven't gone through the new campaign yet. I don't know why they removed the sewers, though. I guess it doesn't match up with the storyline very well. Not that there is much of a storyline, but what little is there. Alright, looks like we're full up now. What's going on there? Pants fell down. Upgrading on Chaos 3. What am I doing? That's alright. Should you buy Dryad? The Dryad's a good game. Or a good hero. You should get whatever heroes you're most interested in. But the Dryad's definitely a solid one. Wyvern's Den? Wyvern's Den is relatively easy, really. You just gotta have lots of air defense. If you have lots of air defense, you should be in pretty good shape for the Wyvern's Den. Well, thanks there, Sictistic. I already said hi there, Pants fell down. What more do you want? The best way to farm shards is without a doubt doing expeditions there, Taylor. You don't get win streak shards, and you can't target exactly what shard packs you're going to get from Onslaught, or from, like a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, I didn't get Deadly Strikes in Chaos 3, but I got it in Chaos 6. It's like, well, it didn't drop in Chaos 6. It came from a Chaos 3 shard pack that you just happened to get in Chaos 6. But the best chance of getting Chaos 3 shard packs, of course, is to do Chaos 3. You're guaranteed 2 of them on a win streak bonus. Just looking for some moats, some of the plain moats. And looking for, some more Deadly Strikes. How long have I played this game? Well, October will be my 4-year stream anniversary. So I've been playing it for about, I'd say, 4.5 years now, something like that. Oh yeah, no doubt about that there, Show. Yeah, you just have to keep hitting continue. When you get to your 4th map, and every map after that, you'll get a bonus shard. I mean, the chance of getting them is just slim. It's like a 1 in 30 something. Oh, if I wasn't enjoying it, I wouldn't play it, Sick. I don't play games I don't like, or I'm not having fun in. I'm excited to see what else is coming. Trendy put up another little little Twitter teaser image of the new map. Just looking for Deadly Strikes today, Quicksilver. Nah, there's no hyper shard for defense rate. You can guild a defense rate shard, but there's no hyper shard for it. Yeah, I've spent tons of money on the game. I've been playing it for 4 years. How would you play a game for 4 years and not spend any money on it? That wouldn't be shown very much support. Yeah, C3 has deadly strikes. You just got to realize that it may take hundreds, literally hundreds of maps to get one. You know, the shard RNG is rough. No doubt about it. Most players, it will limit them to only using a few defenses. Nope, Deadly Strikes is Chaos 3. 100% it's Chaos 3. Chaos 4 is defense rate. Vampiric Empowerment takes a percentage of your defense health and turns it into defense power. You can only get one of any Hyper Shard Lyvantic, so you can only get one Mass Destruction. Oh, me too there, Kill Styles. I've been asking for that for years. I would love to see the gesture. I've got 30 Chaos 8 amps in the bank right now. Yeah, public match. There, water bottle. If a spot opens up, feel free to join. Right off the war table. That's what it does, Quicksilver. You get 2 shards for the tier that you're in on the win streak bonus. Or do you mean just the base 2 shards? Well, it's more fun to do it co-op there, Spazzy, but it's everything in the game, with the exception of high tier Onslaught, is easier to do solo. That's why so many people don't play in groups. There's multiplayer mob scaling, so every additional player in the group scales up the mob's health. What's my favorite character? The EV2 for sure. That might change if the Jester ever comes to the game. Hopefully one day. Would love to see it. And remember, even when you're farming shards, still look at your mods. Because a good mod is a good mod, no matter what tier it is. You can always upgrade the item to the tier you're in. Well, it's mixed emotions there, Quicksilver. It's nice getting another shard, too. I would rather see something different done with shard dust. Make it where, you know, make it a ridiculous number. Make it 100 shard dust or whatever, but make it so that you can get the shard that you want. You know, 100 shard dust or whatever, and have the shard you want. I think that would be awesome. Personally. Exclamation WM in chat there. Phase will get you weapon mans. I haven't done a spotlight on proton beams yet, but basically defense rate, destruction, and the freeze, the proton freeze, frosty beams, I believe it's called. I loved playing the Jester. It was my favorite hero in DD1, no doubt about it. It was my main DPS. I played the Jester all the time. Loved it, loved it, loved it. The tips to quickly climb floors in Onslaught would be not to do Onslaught right now. Pack one. Either that or just go with a 4-hero deck. Like, since I'm doing these Ancient Power resets, I do have to do Onslaught 55 to 65. And the only builders I'm using are an EV2 for proton beams and weapon manufacturers, and poison dart towers. Well, and a Skyguard Huntress, or a Sky. But my Skyguard Monk is also my DPS, so I actually only have 3 heroes. It's the southern U.S. coming out there, Partek. You might not live in the south, but oh, we all have terrible luck getting destruction shards there, Maros. No doubt about it. The Skyguard Huntress, that's right. MVP. I'm not sure off the top of my head, FaZe. I want to say Chaos 5 or 6. Yeah, there will be a DD3 eventually. It won't be anytime soon, but I'm sure there will be a DD3 in a few years. There's not a DD3 in development yet. But, I mean, it would be Trendy's. It would be the natural next game for him. Youch, Doug. Yeah, these things are rare, rare, rare. Just exclamation shards in chat, it'll let you know. You don't need mass destruction to climb floors, Maros. I mean, mass destruction is nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not a requirement. I mean, you can only get one of them, you know? I'm not using mass at all right now, just doing the resets, because I don't want to pay to upgrade it, you know? I've actually been doing good on the gold. I'm not upgrading, or I'm not spending any gold. Yeah, if you don't have mass destruction on any defense, you would just use destruction instead. Mass is not a requirement. Like I said, it's definitely nice, but it's not a requirement. It's not a must-have or you can't progress. Support boom will cause explosions on the kobolds and the kobolds, so the 2 dive bombers. I don't use any explosion mods on my Skyguards, but one important thing about Skyguards is explosions do knock the enemies down, the other flyers. So anything that's in the area of the flyer that explodes does get knocked down. Lightrayne's using range damage and ranged explosion in his poison dart towers, and that's what he's using for anti-air now, and he swears by it. He says it's been just wrecking it. Now, I haven't tried it personally because the Skyguards are doing a great job for me. I've had no complaints there. Well, I mean, we know we're getting a new map there, Partek, and then we know we're getting changes to Onslaught finally. Ancient Power is supposed to be getting changed. It's not going to be as big as the last update, I don't think. But, I mean, it's got new map. New map's kind of a big deal. It gives us something to grind, you know. New map, I'm assuming new rewards, hopefully. Yeah, it'd be some new cosmetics, that's for sure. low-flying helicopter. The Coast Guard's doing training or something. What's going on there, Proxy? I'm assuming we're going to get another little mini update before the content update comes. Yeah, your gear gets reset. They'd have to reset your gear, or it would make it even more trivial than it is now. I can't stand the new Steam update theming. In fact, I was just complaining to... Who was I complaining to it about yesterday? I think Xclant. I was complaining to Xclant yesterday about it. The friends, particularly, and the join groups and the chat is a complete pain in the butt. I absolutely hate it. In fact, I still haven't... You can opt out of it, and I haven't selected opting out of it yet. Kind of up to you. If you're only at floor 67, I definitely would not use Ancient Power yet. Whether there's changes coming or not, that's just a really low point. Well, they already did one. They already did one update, giving us the buyback tab. I'm assuming we'll get another little update like that before the main content update comes. But it depends on when they have stuff ready. Oh crap, man. I didn't realize it was wave 5. Oh well, so much for that shard. Here's my first victory chest of the day gone. You don't get Defender medals from Mastery, James. Mastery, there is no grind. It's a do it once and you're done. So no grind required. Actually, you do get the Defender medals for the rewards, but you don't get Defender medals for doing the maps. Nothing good, nothing good. Oh, that one's a Chaos 7 one. I must have found that yesterday. Yeah, good enough. Doesn't really matter. Spamming around. Yeah, I'm looking for Deadly Strikes there, Awa. I mean, I've got a ton of them, but I know that that's a hot item. So I wanted to do some viewer runs with that, just to give, you know, so people get a few more maps grind in with it. I've actually still got, I probably could guild one or two more from what I have right now. Do I need a reflect beam? Probably not, but I think I'm gonna put one in anyway. I wouldn't drop any of those, to be honest with you, Doug, in my opinion. I mean, if you're having problems staying alive, then maybe drop Mana Capacitor. I definitely wouldn't drop Celestial Attunement. Personally, I wouldn't drop Mana Capacitor either. The thing is, if you drop Mana Capacitor, then you know, you're gonna have 100 less mana. But if you're not having a problem staying alive, then you don't need more damage reduction, you know? If you're having trouble staying alive there, then of course, that's a different story. If you've been grinding Chaos 7 there, Suflu, and you're not getting better loot, you may be at the cap already. I stream every day at 1 p.m. Maros. I take Monday off, but I stream 6 days a week at 1 p.m. Don't really know how I could stream more. I am going to add some of the late night streams back in for the summer. I've been trying to get it done. I only got one in last week, but I'm trying to do it at least 3 days a week. Buff mods have got a lot of problems right now, Victor. Almost, I mean, I don't know if any defense is actually working with them. The hero buff mods. Yeah, I stream on Sunday, 1 p.m. It's all good. Yeah, Shatterquake can be rare. I mean, you'll see them. It's not like some super rare thing, but you know, but it's a hero specific mod, so you're not going to see those as frequently as others. Well, I'm starting late today because Windows updates. It's 2 p.m. for me right now. Just hold down the more details button there, Saflu. It'll show you right there. It's Alt on PC. If you're playing on PC, just hold down Alt and it will show you what the ranges are. Yeah, the gear score goes up based off of mod quality too, so if you put good mods on it, if it's already upgraded to the max and you put good mods on it, then it will upgrade further. I don't have any mods for sale right now, Kai-Pai. I needs all the mods I get. I either dump them from my inventory or I use them. I don't hang on to anything. Don't turn into that guy, Partek. This is a laid-back place. This isn't the elitist stream. Please. Nah, I'm not using my good mods. That would be a waste. I'm just going to reset again as soon as I get to floor 65. I've got a junker set. A junker set. I got a junk set that I use for going through. Getting to floor 65 doesn't require all the good mods. No, your gear score is not an indicator of how good you're doing. It's a base indicator of your gear quality. Nothing means nothing else. What's going on there, Herbrand? could and should are two totally different things there, remember there, Dan. Remember, if they added in the ability to sell shards, good shards are going to be ridiculously expensive. Nobody's going to be selling them for cheap. ModMax, thank you very much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Martinez, thank you for subscribing as well. How many rates do I have? I've got like 4 gilded ones, and then probably another 10 just loose ones. You could not go to floor 65 on campaign gear score. That's a very, very misleading statement. That's a good thing, Doug. If the mobs are dying. That's just over the course of a lot of time there, Herobrine. I mean, I didn't sit there and grind all those rates out. They just happened over the course of playing, you know? I mean, I've grinded some of them out, but I haven't, like, I didn't specifically sit there for months and grind all those. I just never got rid of any of them. Yep, looks like I already got all the mana. Yeah, I'll start a new map here. Probably after this run, I'll do a new one. I think this is the 3rd or 4th. Thank you very much for subscribing there, Marcus. What's going on there, Yoshi? Depends on how you want to build it there, David, but remember, like a Boostar, you're going to have things around it, so the diverse mods work real well in it. That's how it used to be. In those bosses in the Blood Moon incursion came from the spooky maps, the Dead Road and Temple of Necrotic incursions. That's where they originally were when when that mechanic was first introduced. And you had to get shots on them to get loot back then. I don't know if that passed over to Blood Moon or is still a thing, but it used to be a thing. Yeah, mana capacitor I don't think it's worth it either. I've got one gilded. It was definitely not worth it in my opinion. 20 more mana for 2 million gold, I mean... I gilded it just to gild it. I gilded a lot of shards just to gild them, and now they sit in my vault. Mostly unused. What time is it where I live right now? It's 2:09 p.m. Exclamation time in chat. Yeah, Celestial Attunement would be a good one. Yeah. I mean, it won't be in one guide. It would be a 2-hour video there, Packwin, but... I mean, that's my goal, is to have guides for every hero in the game. I mean, that's what I've always had on the channel. I just have to finish the Protean shift era of them. Well, I mean, the main ones, defense rate, deadly strikes, and destruction. Speed for your boots is a big quality of life shard. But, I mean, the big three would definitely be defense rate, destruction, and deadly strikes. Yeah, if you like melee heroes, barbarians and beasts, they're corruptor. Ladybugs and wyverns are ranged, Frederick. The kobolds and kobolds are support. Like that guy right there is a support. These three right here are ranged. So it depends on the mob. You know, each one of them is different. Nah, that Shroomite is from Onslaught Floor 80+, Doug. It's actually ridiculously fun. It spreads mushrooms like crazy. It's just amazing how fast it spreads them. You drop like 2 shrooms in a busy lane and like the entire lane is completely overrun. What's going on there, Twinkie? How you doing? If I had to choose one to play all the time, it'd be a tough call. It would be either the Monk or the EV for sure. They're my 2 favorites. Here's the win streak bonus shards. So that makes it 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and head out to Tavern after this one and make a fresh group. So if anybody wants to join on US West Chaos 3 Expeditions, it'll be available right from the war table. Is it easier to reset in the first levels? Nah, it's the same. Every time it's the same right now. They might change something with that. Oh, look at that. Destruction, I'll take it. See, that's how it works. You're looking for one thing and you get another. The one thing I want probably won't drop today. Nothing. Let's see if anybody's got anything here. All I'm really interested in is plain moats, to be honest with you. Nobody's selling nothing. Nope. Oh well, what can you do? Alright, where do we want to start this time? Start in the forest. Anyway, feel free to join me, US West, Chaos 3. Alright, Mario, take it easy. Have a good one. Thanks for swinging by. Got all 4 in. We're still missing our apprentice. There he is. Crap. Just placed that with the wrong hero. Or maybe I didn't. Thought I did. Should be good here, right? Yeah. Man, I can get lucky and get a little more destruction. I actually need more destructions than I do deadly strikes by a long shot. I've only got, I think I've got two gilded destruction shards, maybe 3. I think it's 2, but maybe 3. On sale on the Xbox. I didn't know that any of those packs came with motes. That's crazy. The PC, there was one available for gems, but it didn't seem like, to be honest, it didn't seem like a very good deal. It was expensive for, you know, just a small amount of crafting materials. Yeah, gilded construction is better than regular construction, but it's just a matter of, you know, that can be like a game changer for you if you're having problems killing siege rollers or anything like that. But you just have to ask yourself how much you need it. You know, are your defenses taking damage where you're doing repairs quite frequently and all that? Exclamation info tables there, Tom. We'll get you a link to Lightrayne spreadsheet with all the info on it. What was the first tower to get gilded destruction? Flame Auras. Yeah, I like Aura building. Love the monk. I like just ground stuff, period. I like the monk. I like the EV. Yeah, fortification. I mean, if you're going to use walls, fortification would be a great shard to gild, no doubt about it. That was my first one. My first one was speed boost. All right, Sictistic, thank you very much for swinging by. Have a good rest of your day. Night, whatever it is for you. Make sure you have a good one. You just have to move your trees. I mean, as far as a hero to counter it, the only hero that counters hex throwers is the EV2. But one of the most effective counters for hex throwers is line of sight. So if you put your trees somewhere where they're not seeing them, or where they have to walk through your defenses to get to them, then hex throwers will start being a lot less of an issue. In the current state of the game, destruction is 1,000 times better than power transfer, Paula. Power transfer is only for crit builds, and crit builds on defenses have been, you know, it's hard to get to. You have to have perfect everything to make it worth using, and then it's still debatable. How many gilded shards do I have? I don't know exactly, but it's probably around 50, something like that. I mean, you guys saw my inventory prior to this update coming out. I had 64 heroes, all fully sharded, just for storage. Plus I had my entire vault completely full of shards. So 12 tabs of shards. So, I mean, I came into this update heavily prepared. I spent like 50 or 60 million gold on the first day just on shards. It depends on what you want to do with it, Show, but the general rule on every defense in the game is start off with destruction, defense rate, and deadly strikes, and then swap shards out from there based on how you want to specialize that defense. But literally every defense in the game, you know, destruction, defense rate, deadly strikes, and then change out from there. No, you definitely want crit chance first. You don't want to give away the free crit, but you don't want to base your build off of crit. The problem with going right into the range gambit first is you have no points to neutralize the drop in defense power. Because you have to go into defense rate first. If you don't put defense rate first in, you're really hurting yourself. Yeah, but not everybody has mass destruction runs. That's why I say destruction. You can get it if you're just looking for generic materials, then you can go to Onslaught, but you don't get to pick your map. If you're looking for specific materials, then Expeditions is definitely the way to go. Yeah, it's definitely noticeable, Tom. I'm pretty sure that was the very first shard I gilded. I'm using it right now on this monk. I think so. I'll have to look here after the wave. Pretty sure I've got it on this monk right here. Yeah, Mastery is a lot easier now. They get dropped down to the appropriate chaos tier, but the mods themselves don't get toned down past that, other than what chaos tier you're in. So it'll perform as if it was a Chaos 1 mob. But they didn't do anything to, you know, like they did with Ascension and anything. Just straight up taking it away. And there's no mob scaling for mobs, or for mods, pardon me. So yeah, Mastery is way easier. Nah, that wasn't a thing there, Ejib. Means if you've got 11 of a shard, you can combine those into one shard and turn it into a more powerful shard there, Paquin. The cost is heavy. But especially with mods being a thing, it's definitely not necessary. Selling all this stuff. I got me a payday shard yesterday. Where's it at? There it is. Right there equals payday. Debating on whether or not to sell it or to keep it. Why am I even looking? Looking at the lanes. Been doing too much Onslaught. Yeah, destructive pylons are really good shard. I'll probably end up buying a bunch of C1 shard packs, Denizen, to be honest with you. I'm lacking in destruction shards more than anything else. It's just right now I want moats. As it's just gonna... The problem I had is I farmed all of these mods and stuff prior to doing all the ancient power stuff. So all these heroes that I have all decked out, all of their gear is gonna have to get upgraded back up. And each, you know, each item is 50 plain motes and 50 shiny motes. I've got quite a few shiny motes right now. But just to fully upgrade one hero and for, you know, figure the hero's armor, weapon, and relics, that's 450 plain motes. Just to upgrade it back to Chaos 7. So that's the problem with fine-tuning prior to doing your ancient power pushes, is you're going to have a massive crafting materials grind at the end of it. Now I buy all of them I see, unless they're just ridiculously priced. I saw a stack of plain motes last night for 7.5 million. It's like, no way, I just can't do it. That's just too damn much. I don't know, Bad Dilemma, maybe. I mean, it would encourage more people to do it if they did it, no doubt about that. Proton beams have never not been useful, Aaron. I personally use destruction, defense rate, and frosty beams in mine. But they have never not been useful, ever. Since the EV2 was a thing. It's always been a very strong defense. Nah, they told us before the update even came that you'd be able to do that, Brandon. It's not a glitch at all. If you're willing to spend the crafting materials, or if you've prepared enough where you can trade with your friends, then, I mean, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm back to, when I'm doing the Ancient Power grind right now. I'll get 2 Ancient Power levels today. I reset with Ancient Power and I'm instantly back to Chaos 7. Immediately. But nah, it's intended that way. Like I said, Lalta mentioned it in one of the streams prior to this update even hitting. Now, I don't suggest doing it through the crafting system because it would take just an enormous amount of mats. And remember, if you're doing Ancient Power resets, don't deck your entire hero out again. Just get what you need to make it up. Like, I actually am using the crafting system on my weapon manufacturers. I'm upgrading my weapon manufacturer relic back up to Chaos 7 every time. So I'm using, every time I reset, I'm using 50 shiny motes and 50 plain motes. Well, I went too far as my Ancient Power goals go, Brooks, so I reset right at 65 now because like my goal was to get my Ascension caps to 999 prior to 50 AP, and my Ascension caps are going to be at 999 by the time I hit like 40. It's 39 or 40. Yeah, you can affect it there, Packwin. There's a video on my channel about it. I'm not sure what the command is for it. I know there is a command for it, but not positive what it is. I don't know, Alex. You'd think there'd be some kind of change to it. I'm not sure what they'll do, though. Oh, that's terrible to hear there, David. Well, welcome back. Yeah, I'm not even going that far myself, Brandon. Like I said, I'm using the one weapon manufacturer mod, but I'm using just a generic piece on my Skyguards and just a generic piece on PDTs. Reflect Beam's torpedoes can do nice damage, and they are affected by range. So yeah, like in Reflect Beams, I'd use the standard setup. So defense rate, deadly strikes, and destruction. You'll find it there, Corruptor. Are you playing with an apprentice in your deck? Trendy says that that doesn't matter, but I don't believe him. I told him I don't believe him. Because, like, I'd never play with a Lavamancer in my deck, ever. And I have never found a Fisher mod, not one, in all of these maps I've done, which is just, I don't know if it's hit the 1,000 mark yet, but I'm sure it's in the hundreds. Well, it's definitely in the hundreds. I'm sure it's in the thousands, actually. It's more than 1,000 maps since the update came. It's been a while now. Come on out, little siege roller. And it's all public games today there, Husky. I'll be starting a new group here and probably the map after this one, maybe. Thank you very much for subscribing there, Tyler. I do appreciate it a ton. No, there's no crossplay, unfortunately. That would be an awesome addition, but there is no crossplay. Well, there's a chance of getting any mod rage, but as far as the mods you see constantly, every single map, from my experience, they've been for the heroes that are in your deck. You see 20 of those mods before you see one of anything else. Or I personally have, anyway. Husky the Gamer, thank you very much for subscribing. Do I think the Dryad Defense mod is worth it? You mean the poison? It's good for controlled burn lanes. Venomous Vipers, or whatever it's called. As far as DPS goes, it's not really worth the shard slot, but, you know, situationally, like if you're using them on controlled burn lanes, it's very effective. Well, you just got to realize a few things there, Proxy. First off, the Dryad's a beast. Most people want to play with one of the strongest heroes, and the Dryad is without a doubt one of the strongest heroes. But second off, the majority, or the biggest influx of players that DD2 has ever had, including release day, was when the Terraria crossover happened. So, I mean, there's a lot of Terraria fans that play DD2. So you have to take that into consideration. Just grinding maps there, Paquin. There's no other ways to earn them. Just grinding out maps. I'm actually collecting them really quick because I haven't been spending them. What am I even at? Let me look. Yeah, I'm at 8,000, back up to 8K already. And I was at 0 just not that long ago. PDT is poison and Shatterquake is earth damage. It looked like it was fire damage when the update first hit because the graphic was glitched and showing an ignite. And it's, I guess it's not fire damage though. There's no way to tell the difference. It's magic damage. It's all the same. Yeah, I mean every update, the bigger the update, the more influx of players, David. But it definitely got a bunch of, it didn't, I don't think it necessarily got any new players, but it got a bunch of returning players. But yeah, definitely got a bunch of returning players. A bunch of people I hadn't even talked to in years were sending me messages talking about how they were playing again. Yeah, it's nice to see. I just hope the game gets to a stable point where they can start working on new content for it. That's the problem DD2 has faced, is having, you know, a crappy game engine with multiple different designers working on it. The game hasn't been at a stable point since it launched where they could build from, you know. I wish there was a way to speed the time up when you're on farm mode like this. Yeah, it's definitely a good update there, David. No doubt about it. What's going on, Sham? How you doing? Still haven't heard back from Twitch. There's Sham and Yoshi, if you guys are still here. There's a bunch of forum complaints about it, saying that it's taken Twitch like months to reply to people. It was not very, it was very disheartening when I read it, or started looking at some of those posts. There's people saying it's taken like 4 or 5 months to get a response back from Twitch on anything. It's very disheartening. Oh, the game's definitely repetitive. It's a grind game, you know. A grind game is a grind game. It's a free-to-play game, you know. I mean, I don't know any free-to-play games, really. I'm sure there's some, but free-to-play games generally equal free-to-grind, you know. Playing the pre-patch for a while, very nice. When does that expansion hit? It's coming soon, isn't it? Nothing good. Well, the thing that irritates everybody is on their little... You have to earn a Twitch achievement to unlock the application button. And right on the application button it says, we reply within 7 business days. And like for me personally, it's been 20 business days now at least. Even including 4th of July, you know, and all that. I stopped staring at it every day. I gave up. You may, or you have to unequip the relic and re-equip it there, David. It's bugs. The mods are buggy when you move them around. And we'll do one more map, and then I'll make a new group here. See what we got. Anything good? Nope. Nothing I need. Yeah, I'll save that one. Nothing. Oh, that would be awesome, Dan. I agree. What's going on there, Whipped Cream? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oops. Oops. Gotta be the right hero in here somewhere, right? Can't remember where any of my stuff's at. Yeah, I would love that though if you had the 1 through 8 option. I think that would be really, really awesome. I would get you decked out in some C7 gear first. Their SH, and then go from there. You know, if you just got the Chaos 7, do a little bit more Chaos 7 first and get decked out, and then go from there. You know, then you'll start on Onslaught 55, floor 55, and then you can start that climb. It's per defense there, Ron, but max, like I've got a max rate on my Poison Dart Tower setup, and it won't max out the speed until you take it to Chaos 8. Once you get to Chaos 8, then it's, it'll all be maxed out. Just the highest expeditions you can, Remington. The higher chaos tier, Oop, that was me. I thought that was somebody else. Oops. Like, I'm using it without defense rate anyway on the PDTs because it's like 3/100ths of a second off. After you beat campaign, you should go to adventure mode there, Laz Nation. Basically, adventure is a new thing. The campaign used to be larger, and now they've got it split into 2 different sections. They've got campaign and then adventure mode. What is the buff that I have on my Flame Aura Monk? Oh, that's, it's from, that Dragon Stance Shard. He's just, it's there for storage. I don't actually use it. Makes your secondary attack hit harder after your primary attack gets stacks of the Dragon Stance. And then that one's Crane Stance. So Crane Stance there, Dragon Stance there. What's going on there, Lightrayne? How you doing? They're extremely rare, they're GRI. There's no published drop rate on them, but I would assume it's probably 1%. Exclamation, there you go, Lightrayne's on it. Lightrayne's got you there, Dream. I'm not using any optimal stuff right now, I just got junk thrown together. Because it's farming low-level tiers. I'm in the middle of Ancient Power resets, so I don't have all of my gear squared away. Just finished up some lunch, very nice. Did you have any luck with your Llama openings there, Lightrayne? Well, the Gun Witch has got more CC available than the EV2. There's E-Music. The EV2 relies on the Electrocute combo, which the Gun Witch can do as well, plus the Gun Witch has CC abilities. So the Gun Witch would definitely be more CC than the EV, for sure. I started at floor 80 when the update hit their GRI, and I got my first amp at floor 123. So I went 80 to 123 without seeing one. Oh, nice, Light. I got a bunch of heroes. I guess you're guaranteed a hero in that Llama. I got that Christmas Constructor, Blitzen, whatever. And then I got that Catstructor Penny, the Halloween event. And then what else did I get? I got something else. I got one of those Survivors too. I already had most of them though from last year's Halloween event. Weapon manufacturers, the tooltip is ridiculously bugged there, Remington. It's not giving you accurate numbers. None of the tooltips are correct right now, but the weapon manufacturer is very, very far off base. So your best bet with the weapon mans to see how much they're actually doing is place them down on a dummy and look at the dummy. The tooltips are just really, really blown out. Oh, you're guaranteed an event hero and a weapon. Nice. I did get a couple of weapons too, but there was nothing that I was overjoyed about. I got a Venturtech something. I don't even remember what. I think it was a melee weapon, actually. A Venturtech melee weapon, and then I got a the Scavenger assault rifle. That single shot one. Well, that's because DPS stands for damage per second there, Rage. Depends on how many shots per second. Yeah, it definitely is there, David. No doubt about it. Tenacity is one of those ones, though, where, like, for it to be, like, straight up ignore cyborgs, you have to have a max tenacity. And that's pie in the sky rare. I mean, I'm all about tenacity. You know, you guys know I love my auras and nodes and traps. I mean, it's my building heroes of choice, the monk and the EV2. You know, if it was up to me, I would use the monk and the EV2 on every single map. Yeah, you can get a lot higher than where you're at, Lucas, but a million DPS is more than enough to get the job done. Stuck back there. I don't have my EV set up for the charge shot. Oh, I don't even have the EV in the deck, do I? I don't have any gear on him. He's in campaign gear. With a million DPSBs, you can get very far. I mean, sky's the limit. You know, I'm sure with a million DPS on your Bs, you could get to floor 150, 200 without a problem. Onslaught isn't challenging right now, in any way, with the, you know, the scaling mod scaling not affecting mobs. So any mods you have on your mods, or any mods you have on your defenses, is basically free damage. You know. Yep, that's what you should do there, Christy. No doubt. When would you start mastery? After you have all of your gear sharded properly. That's another video I've got on the list to do, because a lot of people have been asking me specifically that question. There was something there. I skipped over them too quick. See if anybody else got any plain moats going here. Give me them moats. They sell so fast, the plain moats. Yeah, price on Chaos 8 amps is dropping. I've seen them as low as 6 million. Actually, I've seen them as low as 4 million. Nothing for me. See if I got any. Nope. 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 I'm sure you all are used to saying that when you open shard packs. Nothing. Alright, where do we want to start this time? We haven't started in the dungeon maps at all. Let's do some Molten Citadel. New public game. Almost screwed the pooch there. Yeah, I've got a ton of shiny modes. Shiny modes seem a little bit more available. It's those plain modes that are the rare ones. You almost never see them for sale. They just get bought instantly. I've paid as low as 200,000 for a stack of plain modes, and as high as I think 1.5 million as far as what I personally have paid. I'd probably be willing to go up to 2 mil. I did make it public. Yeah, it's public. So feel free to hop on in and join me. I'll go ahead and get it built out here while we're waiting. Actually, I don't even need those sky guards in now. But whatever, they're there. Well, that and just the bulk of the players being in 4, 5, and 6. But yeah, I mean, defense rate is a hot item. But the majority of the player base is in Chaos 4, 5, and 6 as well. I don't have my weapon manufacturer set up right now, Remington. I just did a Ancient Power reset. So I'm not in full gear. I'm actually farming these motes so that I can upgrade. You can look at it. You can do exclamation WM, or there it is. Lightrayne's on it. Nobody's joining me. It is public. I'll give you guys a minute here. Well, I don't have nothing to spend them on Xbox Rage. I appreciate it, but use them up, man. You gotta need them too. What's going on there, Gab? How you doing? Doesn't look like nobody wants in on any more Chaos 3, huh? What prestige am I? I don't even know. That's a good question. I think I'm 20 or 21 now. I'm 20. There we go. We got Wilson and onboard. Christie's coming. Yawn Shark. Well, we got one more spot open, so feel free to hop on in. These guys ain't waiting for you. I'm not going to hit G, though. I'll wait for a fourth to come if you all are on the way. There we go. As soon as I see you spawn in there. I don't see you. There you are. Yeah, I got some stuff. I was pretty disappointed when I found out I wasn't going to be able to get a Gravedigger out of them. I would have grinded Fortnite if I had the ability to get a Gravedigger, but it's literally the only thing I wanted. So the second I heard that news, it was very deflating. I just completely uninterested. Sadly. Now, I do want that new hero. I've been complaining as long as Fortnite's been around that there hasn't been a soldier that had Warcry and Shockwave. And now there is. So I do want that soldier. But besides that, I'm just not the birthday. I've already got all that stuff, you know. I just don't. There's nothing I'm interested in except that Gravedigger. It's all good, Kevin. If it doesn't fill up, always feel free to hop on in. It's a grind to get good mods. You can't upgrade the mods. Mod quality is fixed. So whatever mod quality it drops at is what level it is. It's what quality it is. Now you can upgrade the piece of gear that it's on to increase the stats. But as far as the mod quality itself, it's unchanging. There's no way to upgrade it. So it's just a grind. Oh, nice light. How long do you think that would take, Lightrayne? I looked at the tree last night. The horde tree, skill tree, and I figured I'd better talk to you first. So I didn't put any points in. Yeah, Fortnite is crossplay. Fortnite has been pretty revolutionary in that regard, and they're pushing the issue with Xbox and PS4 as well. And they've got a lot of pull right now with this success of Battle Royale, you know. But when like PS4 to Xbox crossplay happens, it's going to be because of Epic Games. I'm pretty sure of that. It's a good game, for sure. The problem I face with it now is I'm at the end of Twine Peaks. I mean, I think I'm literally like maybe a 10 or 12 hour grind away from completely finishing the main quest line. So I feel like there's nothing else for me to do. I know Lightrayne disagrees with me there, but you know, I've got all this stuff. I got all the toys. I got all the heroes. I'm at the end of Twine Peaks. It just feels like I'm grinding for nothing. You know, I mean, I could upgrade my guns and stuff so that they're all legendary. Or all legendary perks. But I'm just mowing everything down right now. So it's tough to get motivated to do that when everything's just dying. PS4 said no right now, but PS4 said no a year ago, and Fortnite and Epic Games has been grinding on them about it. So I think, I mean, it's in Xbox and PlayStation's best interest to allow more crossplay. I mean, it's going to benefit the health of both platforms. Yeah, I mean, more players is a good thing for any game. Encourages people to play together, you know. They put the Canny storyline in on this last update, Clunky. It's in there now. Yeah, it would be awesome if they added in a permanent game mode. I mean, you get a lot of play out of Fortnite just going through, just getting to the end of Twine. I mean, you get a lot of playtime out of the game. You know, I mean, it's a big grind game too, of course. That's another reason I haven't been on Fortnite as much is I'm trying to avoid. I'm ready to add another game onto the channel now, but I don't want it to be a grind game. I don't want it to be a game that requires so much of my time when DD2 requires so much of my time. Because then I grind both games, I don't get any sleep, and I don't make proper progress in either game because there's just not enough time to do multiple grind games at the same time, you know? That was actually... That was not PS4 that did that, Rage. That was all platforms. Mine is actually locked to Xbox, which I really don't want. I wanted to play on PS4 with real-life friends. And then, like, you know, like, Jay and... You know, I know a lot of PS4 players. I mean, I could cross-play with them from the PC, but I wanted to hop on the PS4 and play with them. But yeah, sadly, my account is locked to the Xbox. So that wasn't a PS4 thing, or a PlayStation thing. That was a all consoles thing. I don't know, I'm looking for something new. I mean, I'm going to play Mega Man when it comes out in October, but that may or may not be a limited amount of playtime, you know? Nah, it's not. It's all platforms. It's not only PS4. It's whatever platform you logged into first, you get locked on. So, say you buy Fortnite, or you played Fortnite, or played Battle Royale, or you bought Save the World on the PC, and then, like in my situation, I've got an Xbox and a PS4. It went to Wilson. Come over here. There we go. Anyway, I've got an Xbox and a PS4, but I wanted to play on the PS4. However, I had logged into the Xbox before, so I was locked to the Xbox. Very disappointing. Yeah, Marcos is on floor 600, I think, now. I think he's on 600. Did I hit everything? Yeah, it looks like it. My mouse is all wonked out on me. Come on, little mouse. You can do it. It already got nerfed once. I think it will get another one now. It's way overpowered. There we go. You could use it on PS4 or Xbox, Rage, not both. You get locked to whichever one you log into first. Like, I played for 6-8 months on the PC prior to ever logging into an account, and I decided to play with my wife one day, and the wife likes the Xbox. She likes the controller. She just doesn't like the PlayStation at all. So I hopped on the Xbox and played with her, and then I tried to, you know, I unlinked my Xbox account, linked my PlayStation account, and tried to hop on PlayStation. It wouldn't allow it. I'm sure it has something to do with revenue sharing or whatever. You can do a lot of things, but you don't want to mess with the money, you know? And if Microsoft and Sony think you're messing with the money, oh, it's over then. They ain't having it. It'll be sooner than you guys think. I really think that the update will be here within the next couple of weeks. I am going to do another Defender Pack opening, Logan, as soon as they... I've actually got a bunch of Defender Packs saved up. Like a bunch. from my Onslaught climb. But I'm not going to do it until they change, or until they add new cosmetics. Because I want a chance at getting the new stuff and not just getting gold. I did open a bunch of the mythics and a bunch of the blue packs, though. I'm not going to lie. It's hard to not open them if you've got the Defender medals to reroll. I didn't get anything good out of them, but I did open them. I'll show you guys at the break here what I'm sitting on now, though. I got a bunch of green ones, basically. A whole crap load. Well, I don't know about total employees there, Froggy, but the creative team is 3 people. It's Mark, Jose, and Eric. Anyway, check this out. Ba-bam. I got 125 greenies. 3 blues. Like I said, I opened a bunch of blues. I've only gotten a couple mythicals, and I opened those. But I'm sitting on 125 green ones right now. As soon as they add in new cosmetics, I will, I'll crack those bad boys open. Yeah, I got a PS4, Gab. This is a medium weapon, huh? I didn't look at the weapon before I equipped it. Derp. Can't be doing a 4th hit, monk. Yeah, this is a medium weapon. Only 3 swings. You gotta go with the 3rd hit, monk. Yeah, I noticed it there, Logan. Yeah, after you reset, you get Defender packs again. I've gotten quite a few of those from the resets I've done in the last several days. I've gotten at least 20 Defender packs in the last few days. But that's been, like, hard grinding, too, you know? I think they will, though, Jonathan. I think it's just a matter of time. I just think it's in... I really personally believe it's in Microsoft and Sony's best interest, you know? I mean, crossplay is a good thing. You know, especially with a game like Fortnite, where it's got such a massive... Not save the world, obviously, but Battle Royale has a massive, massive player base. Something like, it was estimated there was like 80 million individual accounts. We don't have a new update right now. I mean, this is the update that hit back, what, 3 or 4 weeks ago? Protean Shift. Exclamation news in chat will get you a link to Trendy's news sites though. I'm anxious to see what they change. I mean, they said Ancient Power is going to be changing. So I'm anxious to see what they do with it, you know? I'm just trying to get it all done now because it's so quick and easy. Before, you know, we don't know what the changes are going to be. Alright, Gab, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by. Yeah, you keep all your items. And you get Defender packs again. Yep, absolutely. I've played quite a few Ubisoft games there, Logan. I think it will be the opposite, Froggy. I think they want to make it easier to do resets. Right now, people aren't doing them. There's not very many people doing Ancient Power resets. They want everybody doing them. You know, they want to have the entire player base focused on that goal. So I personally think that it's going to be easier to do Ancient Power resets and more rewarding. I think they're going to do both. It's still, I mean, for the average player, it's still like 10 hours of grind, you know, for minimal reward. I mean, it's hard to do something now for a reward that you're going to get way down the road, you know, and that's the problem with Ancient Power as it sits right now. We know that there will be a reward in the future, but there's just no reward right now. It's just not worth it. You know, now if you plan on doing it 20 times, yeah, then it's worth it. But if you just plan on doing it once, it's just not worth it. The best shard from C2. Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you what the best shard from C2 would be, Logan. Couldn't even tell you. Well, you can't. You're nowhere near Pac-Man. You want to get up to... Like, the last cosmetic reward is available on floor 114. So I would definitely say get to at least floor 114. And your ascension has to be at a minimum of 250 before it will even let you. But you want it to be higher than that. But it's all about the floors. Don't even worry about your ascension level. Just worry about what floor you get to. The further floors you can push, the greater your reward. And it's definitely in your best interest to do that prior to Ancient Power resetting. No doubt about that. There's several different ways there, Logan. There's Super Chat. There's a direct donate link. Should be in the description, or you can exclamation donate in chat. We'll give you a link. And then you could always sponsor the channel through YouTube. It's similar to a Twitch subscription. And it gives you access to custom emotes and a chat badge. Nah, it's a grind there, Jimmy. Statistically, I don't remember the exact number, but it was like right around 70. If you open 70 Chaos 1 shard packs from maps, you would have like a 99% probability of getting one. I got up to 250 something or 260 something. I don't remember for sure, Christy. I'll look here at the break. I want to push further, but I didn't want to... Like I said, I wanted to go through and get the Ancient Power done, because I want to do one big push that takes months and months and months. You know, and if I'm going to go back and do Ancient Power, I want to get it out of the way now. Bosses are Betsy, the Demon Lord, and Harbinger, Logan. All the bosses that you see on a map are mini bosses. Well, just keep at it there, Corruptor. Like I said, Trendy says it doesn't matter, but I can tell you that when I was playing with an active apprentice, I got tons of Shatterquake mods. So play actively on an apprentice or an adept. Either that or that's all in my head, and that didn't matter at all. I'm at 767 right now, so... But I'm in the middle of AP grinding. Well, it's part of the initial quest line, Logan, so I would guess. But I don't know. I've done that long ago. If you've never done the initial quest line, if you go through it, I'm gonna assume you would get Defender medals. But it's been years since I've done that, so I don't know if you still get them. What AP? I'm at 20 right now. There are no element mods for armor pieces, Revenant. There's only element mods for relics or weapons, not for armor. But no, you can't stack elements though, to answer your question. Right now I've been grinding out the Dungeon Defenders, Kenny, but I want to start a Defense Task Force playthrough, which is a tower defense game that released a couple of weeks ago. And I don't know what else I'm going to do. I'm actually probably going to do a poll at some point. I mean, DD2 is my grind game. There's no doubt about it. However, I do want to add other content to the channel. But I don't want to do another grind game. I want to do games that are more of a playthrough type thing, where it has an end, you know? A game that I could do 20, 25 episodes or 20, 25 live streams or whatever. Nah, there's no character that makes it drop more, Kieran. Sadly, that would be awesome. Old Gribbs is coming in hot. Oh, Gribbs is dead. Yeah, Hollow Knight would be a decent choice. Like I said, I'll definitely be playing Mega Man, but that's not till October. Not really sure what else. You know, I want to revisit Astroneer, and that's a pretty quick playthrough, really. Astroneer has had massive changes to the game since the last time I've played it. Yeah, I won't be playing any old games like that. League of Legends, definitely. I tried playing it before. I just couldn't get into it. I didn't like it. I don't know, it wasn't my sort of thing. I know lots of people that completely love it, but I personally just couldn't get into it. If I was going to play a MOBA type game, I think I would enjoy a third-person MOBA more, like Smite. I actually played Smite quite a bit when it was in early access. I haven't played it in a long time, though. If you're having a problem with assassins, then Sparkle Party's a good go-to, Logan. But remember, Cyclone can't roll on any other pets. It's Automeow specific, so that's its special ability. I've got a Sparkle Party Automeow, though. I never use it anymore, since I don't really have a problem with assassins anymore. The most I've done so far is 3 there, Holy Key. I'm assuming if you're actively playing and you're grinding it really hard, you could probably get 4 done. But when I'm doing it, I'm not grinding it really hard, and I'm half paying attention, usually watching a show or whatever. They added adventures to Smite, really? What are adventures, Rage? Like PvE type stuff, or? The best counter to assassin is hero health, Logan. If you have a ample amount of hero health, then assassins are kind of a non-issue. You just let them whack on you, and you just run over in front of your defenses, and your defenses just kill it right off of you. Yeah, Warboard chip, but I might as well save it because it's green. Marcos hit 700, nice. He's grinding it. Marcos isn't afraid to grind, that's for sure. Nobody will catch him if he doesn't want anybody to. The only way anybody could catch Marcos now is if he stopped playing. He's so far ahead of everybody that no one has a chance. But he's been grinding it for a long time. Marcos doesn't sleep, or eat, or go outside. Marcos breathes DD2. Exclamation Chaos 4 in chat there, Kenny. It's older videos, but still cover all the basics. Abysslord is probably the easiest character to counter assassins with. Well, the Abysslord or the Adept. You just hit your number 2 on the ground there. That is actually a mod bug, Andrew. If you unequip that Protean McManus that's got the storm chip on it and then re-equip it, it will change it to magic damage. It's not actually dealing physical damage. It's just displaying as physical damage because of a bug with the mods. But if you just unequip it and then re-equip it, it will display properly. Gilded Deadly Strikes on just about anything is good there, Redman. It's not necessary on several defenses because you can get to the range cap without having it. But it is good on just about everything. if you look at destruction, defense rate, or deadly strikes, I mean, any of those three are going to be good shards to gild. But just make sure you have plenty of spares, because they're hot items. You're going to want to use them on more than one defense. So when you just get to 11, that's not the time to gild it. Make sure you have spares for your other defenses, or you'll be a one-trick pony. Well, was it still a PvP thing there, Rage, or was it a PvE thing? Was it like a challenge to see which team could kill the Hydra first? Well, I don't know. Frost Tower doesn't deal damage. I'm talking damaging defenses. I've got a spotlight on Frosty, so... That's a pretty good choice there, Redman, no doubt about it. It was PvE? Gotcha. Yeah, defense rate is Chaos 4. Indeed. The first time you reset, Dan, you get 3 minimum ascension for every 50 ascension levels you have. Meaning if you're, say, ascension 1000, divide that by 50 and you'd get 20 times 3. So you'd get 60 minimum ascension for your ascension level. Then you get 3 minimum. The first time, you get 3 minimum ascension for every floor you pass floor 65. Now, in further resets, you get 3 minimum ascension for every 50 ascension past your highest point. And for your floors, you get 3 minimum ascension for every floor past your highest point. It's a guaranteed, Logan. It's the first hyper shard, so you get to 50 stars. At 50 stars, you get mass destruction. It doesn't drop. It's a reward from the stars earned. I've got a video on that too there, Dan. I think it might be in that first AP video. I need to re-update that one too. I've got so many I still need to get done. No doubt about that. Yep, they're all there, Pecklin. Just exclamation, Chaos 1, Chaos 2, Chaos 3, and so on. All the way up. Aw, don't sweat it, Rage. I was just curious. I'd have to re-download the game and everything, so I won't be playing it today. I want to get 2 AP levels today, and then I kind of wanted to tool around a little on Fortnite and maybe get myself another birthday llama or two. We'll have to see. Want to see how that goes. Boost Star can be really good, Logan. It's just a matter of, do you want to use boosts or not? It's not required, if that's your question, but it can be very good. So it's really up to you. I mean, it depends on if you want to build that way or not. You know, there's nothing is required. It's straight up a matter of if you want to use that playstyle or not. As soon as Chaos 8 releases, that video will be there, Jonathan. But since there is no Chaos 8, can't do a video on it. Gots to get the content before I can make the video, man. Well, that's interesting. Something different. I'm surprised they took that route in Smite. I mean, to be a straightforward PvP game and add in PvE, I mean, it's not a bad idea, but I was surprised that they took that option. I guess the main question is it fun? And is it rewarding? You know, do you get something out of it you feel like you can use? And did you enjoy it? You know? No, there's no Chaos 8 that's been confirmed yet, Paquin. There's no Chaos 8 coming soon that Trendy has announced or that we know of. Jonathan just entered the command for Chaos 8, and there is no Chaos 8, is what I was saying. Let's do one more real quick. Because I'm in the middle of doing Ancient Power resets there, Jimmy, and I don't want to pay $2 million or $3 million or whatever it is to upgrade it every time, and it's not necessary. It's another one of the things that's a luxury, but it's not something that you have to have. So I'm not going to spend the gold because I need to get my gold flowing again. Is why I'm not using Vicious Strikes. I'm not using any Hyper Shards right now. I actually have one on my Flame Auras, but it's not upgraded. I got an unupgraded Mass Destruction going on these Flame Auras that I'm using right here for this little farm today. Ah, it's one of those pay things. I gotcha. Well, I mean, if it's fun, then that's a good thing, you know? Gots to be having fun. This will be the last map there, guys, so anybody wants to join in, there's 2 empty spots. Feel free to hop on in. And then I'm gonna get myself a little lunch and then try to get started on either a video for late tonight or early tomorrow morning. Right now the going rate for them is like between 6 million and 10 million, Logan. I've seen them as low as 4 million, and I instantly bought all this. The 4 million ones, I've never seen anybody go that low. And then I saw one guy, must have needed gold really bad. He had like 8 of them up for sale for 4 mil a piece. I bought all of them. Or no, he didn't have that many. He had like 4. Gotta wrap the subs with her flex. Alright, we're not gonna get a 4th. Looks like we might not get a 4th. Man, the music got really loud, huh? I think it's just this song. It seems like every time this song comes on, it just gets cranked up. Turn it down a bit there. Put a Skyguard over here? Yeah, I did. I'm sure the auras would probably kill him anyway, but never hurts, never hurts. Got booms going off all over the place here. I've got 2 of them. The Joker, I bought both of them. Or no, I found one of them. I bought a Piercer Servo and a Tenacity. So I bought one Tenacity and I found one Tenacity. I found it was in Chaos 7. Chaos 7 Expeditions where I found mine. Ooh, almost walked off the edge. And now we're at the end of the playlist. Here, I'll just start us right about there. Since we've only got one more map, I'm not gonna start a whole nother page of the playlist. But that'll work, that'll work. C1, 2, and 3 amps are basically... they're not really worth very much, Pac-1, to be honest with you. Any of the amps other than Chaos 8 are not going to have a whole lot of value to them, because just everybody's got them. You know, it's a supply and demand type thing. There's very little demand and a massive supply. What are you going to play Mega Man on, Light? Or it's coming to PC too, huh? For a while there, I was thinking it was going to be console only, but I guess it's coming to PC as well. Nice, there you go, Corruptor. Congrats to you. It's a good mod for sure. No, I've never played either one of those. Yeah, the Legacy release today. I was really tempted, but I didn't do it. I put in a media request for it, hoping to get a copy of it for free, but they weren't having it. Yeah, it's the same boat I'm in. I don't have an extra 40 bucks laying around that I can just, I can just drop into it. I mean, I would love to play them, but, like you said, it's just a matter of do you want to spend the cash on it. Your crafting materials, Pac-1. Your moats and your other things that you get. Not your amps, but your other stuff. The moats and whatnot are a great item to sell. In fact, you could come up with an unlimited amount of... I did for almost a year there, Logan. So yeah, I mean, I'll get back to PS4, but I'm not where I want to be yet on the PC. So one at a time. I got to get the PC, as it is my main account, I got to get it to where I need it first, and then I'll switch over to other platforms. The PS4 is going to be next. The last series I did off of PC was on the Xbox, so it's the PS4's turn. But I played on the PS4 for a year straight. Almost a year, if not quite a full year. But yeah, Pac-1, like Holy said, high quality mods. So if your mods are full green bar, I'm not talking green and not all the way full to the top, but a full green bar will sell for a lot. And then moats, go back if you're doing Chaos 4 comfortably, or you said you're doing Chaos 5, you could do Chaos 3 and get the plain moats. That's one of the things I'm looking for here today, is plain moats. The DD2 community on PS4 is actually larger than it is on the PC by multiple times over. It's just a matter of finding the people to play with. The PC has Steam, which is, makes it easy for people to to group and to get together. And the PS4 only has the communities, you know. I mean, you can always, you know, other servers. You know, you go to your title screen, you can switch servers. You'll see different players. But, you know, like Lightrayne just mentioned, most players, and it's not some, it's most players play privately. So if you don't have a way to meet them, you're not going to see them in town unless they're looking through players' markets. Like me personally, the only time I ever go to town is if I'm looking for something to buy. You know, gotta get the loot. Yeah, both consoles are more popular than PC, Twinkie. Indeed. Xbox has got their sales going on now, so I'm assuming Xbox will get a little spike. Anytime a free-to-play game has a sales on any of their packages, it always gives a spike in players, which is a good thing, you know. Well, there you go, Corruptor. Put them up for sale. Somebody will buy those things. There's no doubt. You know, a stack of 99 of them, you put like 1.2, 1.5 million gold on a stack of 99, they'll be gone really quick. Motes are the crafting materials that drop on the maps. These guys right here is what I'm referring to. It's a hot item because there's a demand for them, yet there's no supply, as most people aren't doing those maps. You get the sword pet from Defender Metals there, Logan. You can buy it from the Treasure Pirate in Tavern or Town. Anyway, everybody, that is going to do it for today. Thank you all so much for swinging by. I'll have another guide or tutorial or something going live either late tonight or early tomorrow morning, depending on what I get done today. For those that follow the channel regularly know I've been a little sick. Still not feeling 100%. Well, I tell you, I'm shady. If I saw 99 for 500, I would instantly buy them. No, there's 3 types of motes, but most people have a ton of the C7 motes, and the 4, 5, and 6 motes are pretty readily available. But yeah, anyway, everybody, thank you all an absolute ton for swinging by. I do appreciate it very, very much. Like I said, check back with the channel either late tonight or early tomorrow morning Pacific time, and I will have a new edited video up. Not one deadly strikes. Oh well, what can you do? That's shard farming at its finest right there. Getting the shards that you want is just, the chance is slim. Oh, the chance is slim. But anyway, thanks a ton, everybody. Really, really appreciate it, and I will see you all very soon. Take it easy.